This is Luka Benjamin's birth story. So Luka was born on a Monday, but his birth story started on Saturday and Sunday. We are on our way to the hospital, and this could be baby time. It could not be, we don't know. I'm 35 weeks and 6 days today. I never packed my bag. I threw things together. I had two main things that were happening on Saturday and Sunday. One thing was he was moving a lot less than normal. The second symptom I had on Sunday and a little bit on Saturday too was I had a lot of pressure. I had a lot of pressure in my rear area, and I called the on-call nurse, and she said to go into the hospital. With decreased movement, they always want to monitor the baby to make sure the baby is okay, because decreased movement can be an indicator of something being wrong. After that short hospital stay, they determined the baby was fine and that I wasn't in labor. And the nurse made a comment that like made me really worried the next day. She said, "Oh no, the baby's, it's too soon for the baby to come. You don't want him to come today." And I was like, okay, you're right. It is too soon. We went home and we went to bed. At about 6:20-ish, I rolled over in bed. And when I rolled over, I felt a gush. And I knew my water had broke. I sat up and I go, my water just broke. My husband goes, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure." And I went into the bathroom to check to make sure that what I felt is what I felt. And of course I'm leaking, I'm gushing everywhere.
I was sleeping.
Me too.
And then me pop, he came into my room and he gave me the baby monitor and he was like, "It's baby time, watch Micah, we're going to the hospital." And I was like, oh dang. There's gonna be a baby say.
Did he say baby time?
Yes.
The whole time I'm trying to think, is my baby moving? So I was very concerned because he hadn't moved. I went into the car and I'm yelling at my husband to get in the car because for two reasons. One, he's not moving. Two, this is my 5th child, and every time after my water has broken with my other kids, the baby came within the hour. So I had assumed that because my water broke, that meant baby was coming very fast. Even though I wasn't having contractions, I had no other symptoms of labor except for my water breaking, which by the way is very rare. I had a premature gross rupture of my membranes, which means that it was really early, and it was a full rupture. This was a big rupture. Hi guys, so it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm a little worried because the baby's not moving as much as normal, and yeah, I'm just really concerned. So anyway, we're heading to the hospital because you always head to the hospital when your water breaks. So that's where we're headed. Hopefully everything's okay. I was extremely worried that I had lost my baby. We weren't prepared, you know, because we were a full month early. I was upset, I was greasy, I was, yeah, it was not a good look. Anyway, so they hooked me up to the monitors and everything looked fine. All right, so we're in the hospital. Baby's heartbeat looks good, so that's a relief. Baby's heart rate is at 148, 144 right now, which his normal is like 141, so that's good. Looks like I'm having little contractions, but I guess they're not big enough for me to really feel it. But anyway, my water is definitely broken, and yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. I wasn't even in labor, which is another very rare thing, to have your membranes rupture and for you to not be in active labor. So that was a little strange because then we had to get labor going. Okay, so we are trying to move labor along. It's going very slowly. This is not normal for me, at least. So we're walking around to try to move along.
They said you could dance for 20 minutes. Get him out.
I thought maybe if I walk around the hospital, it might help get labor started and help it progress. It did absolutely nothing. I danced in the hospital room. I walked around the hallways. I bounced up and down. Nothing. I was not in labor. Not at all. I just started Pitocin, which if you don't know what Pitocin is, it's a medication that they can start to get your contractions going. I wasn't really having contractions. I was maybe having one every 20 to 30 minutes, and I didn't progress along at all. Like my cervix didn't open up further and the baby didn't move down any, so they decided to start me on Pitocin. Contractions are about 3 to 5 minutes apart right now. A little bit intense, sometimes some of them are. So we're just waiting on baby. Hello, so we've got the better camera now, yay! Ooh, I'm having another contraction, but I have, oh, wait, where's the light? So I've got my epidural, which I can still feel it, but it's definitely not horrible like it was earlier. You have this monitor here that monitors the contractions, and then I've got this monitor here, and that monitors the baby's movements and his heart rate. So his heart rate right now is about 140. It's stayed pretty much there. It's gone up and down a little bit, but not bad. Anyway, we'll update you guys later because I'm having another contraction coming up. Bye! I was dilating kind of slowly, and the nurse had this brilliant idea to bring out what they call a peanut ball. It's like a big exercise ball. It's shaped like a peanut, and you leave one leg on the bed and the other leg is up on the ball, and it's supposed to progress your labor faster and quicker, and it worked. The baby was coming. Like I was like, the baby, I need a push.
Yes, you were yelling at me.
I was yelling at you?
Yeah, the baby is coming. The baby's coming out. The baby's coming out. Get the nurse.
Yeah, I thought I felt the baby coming out because there's a lot of pressure. And you cannot film during active labor. That's just their rules. And all of the hospitals near us, that's the rule. You cannot film during active labor, and active labor means you're pushing the baby out. Then there was another thing. This is also very rare. I had several very rare things about this birth. It was just very, very strange. So he was what they call sunny side up. So typically a baby, so if a woman's laying on her back, typically a baby inside when it's being delivered is looking down, like looking at like the tailbone. So the baby comes out with the head down, and then they deliver it like this, and then you turn the baby over, and then you hand the baby to the mother. So Luka was opposite. He was sunny side up, which is so much more painful than normal birth. He came out facing up, facing the nurse, looking at the doctor, and I could hear them say, "Oh, I see his face. Oh, he's looking right at me," which I could feel it. There's a lot more, your face like this is a lot larger than like the top of your head. Like the radius of your face is a lot larger than your top of your head coming out. So I definitely felt that. That was an experience. It was a difficult labor. So anyway, Luka was born. Lots of pressure. Hey, sweetheart. He looks really good.
Lots of pressure.
How do you spell Luka?
Luka. Luka Benjamin.
Are all the kids at home waiting anxiously?
Yeah. Did you tell him?
Yeah, I sent a picture.
He was 6 pounds 2 ounces, which is a good size for as early as he was. His blood sugar was low, which was probably because I was gestational diabetes. So to help him get his blood sugar up to a normal level, they gave him a little bit of formula in a cup, and that really helped.
He thinks he's still on the breast. He's like opening his mouth like super wide. You don't have to work for this.
We went to the hospital to see Mother and the child, and we vlogged a bit there.
Mother.
Hello.
Oh, he's cute.
So cute. He's tiny. I thought he looked huge in the pictures. He just has a chubby face. Not really. What do you guys think?
He's a baby.
Baby boy.
It's a brand new baby.
Yeah. Oldest kid, youngest kid, right there.
His face.
Slimy looking.
Well, they had to put stuff in his eyes.
Yeah.
Hi, Micah.
It's your baby Micah. Micah, there's a baby up here. No, I'll show you.
Come here. Here's the baby. The baby came out.
You want to give him a kiss?
And then they needed to take him to the special care unit. His temperature was too low. He couldn't keep his temperature up. His blood sugar was also extremely low. His blood sugar was out of 10, I think. That's like scary low. And he was also jaundiced. And then the next day, after he was born, the photographer comes in. And at this hospital, they take really cute, fancy photos, which is really nice because the photos used to look very, I don't know, standard. Everybody wore the same hat, everybody had the same background. So it's kind of nice to have like a nice photographer come in and take like cute little infant photos of your baby. He had to do his car seat test where he sits in the car seat and they monitor his oxygen and his heart rate, make sure that he's able to sit in a car seat and be fine. So to help him with his jaundice and get his bilirubin numbers down, they put these lights on him. The lights help him process the bilirubin. And they also put him on a what's called a billy blanket, So it's a blanket that has little lights in it, so he could get the light from underneath and the lights that were shining on top of him. He was born on a Monday, and we were in special care clear until Friday. So everything looked good and we could go home. Oh, he's gonna take his hat?
Baby,
Up. You want him to get up?
he looks cute sometimes,
Yeah.
but most of the time he just looks like an old man.
Kind of, yeah. Because he doesn't. Oh, like
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
Yeah. He doesn't have hair or eyebrows, really.
Or teeth.
And he also cries a lot, and that's just great. See? Exactly.
All he does is make noises, cry, and eat. That's all.
And what's the point? Why is he crying? Why is he crying right now? What's the point?
That's what he does all day. He makes a lot of noises. Yeah, I'm real excited for him to be a human.
Yeah.
But currently right now he's like in a weird alien creature state.
And it might be worse since we're comparing him to Micah and how Micah is a normal human now, and he can do stuff, but he can't.
Wanna hug him? Oh, there you go. That's a nice big brother.
Baby, it's a box chocolate, like a one. Baby.
Luka. Aww. Sweet.
Babies they're just little beings that you feed and let them poop and cry for like
Yeah, he
a
can't.
year.
He can't play with anything.
A year is a long time. And so,
Well, I feel like
No.
it's 6 months before they can touch things. He can't touch anything.
You're so sweet.
Baby, any buck truck?
Look at his face.
Buck truck.
That's his black. You want to give him the black trunk? You can't hold it yet. He's just a little guy. Oh, you're sweet, brother.
Baby, a bed tie?
Is bedtime for him? Yeah, we should probably put him in his bed.
hope you enjoyed our input onto this birth vlog, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for watching. Comment, share, subscribe, thumbs up, post on Twitter, and see you later, alligator.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
Until next, baby.
Ugh.
Yeah,
No.
the next 3.
Click these rectangles to watch our videos and click this circle to subscribe. It's like right here.